Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 16, or Season 17, Week 6. Today, we're taking a look at Shadow Shaman Swedish Shwarma, the Reedy team, taking on the Waygu or Wagyu Beast, depending on where the name is listed, the Tallballz team. With me here as usual is the Dr. Dota Randy.
Hello.
And if you're wondering why we're looking at this instead of draft right now, it's because literally like 3 picks in a draft I got called away and didn't just out of nowhere, very unexpectedly. So yeah, not much of a reason to go over that again. Do you want the TLDR?
Sure.
Okay, it goes like this. I'm really not that convinced that Weaver works in LD2L yet. Not in this season. That's my biggest hitching point with the Reedy team. Every time I've seen this little bug fella, he's just done no damage and died really quickly. Like every time. His numbers all over the place just seem to be pretty bad. And maybe at a higher level.
He's pick sensitive, so if he gets picked, he'll die.
And maybe at a higher level.
Isn't
This
picked
guy
off,
works.
not picked in general.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, yeah.
Maybe at a higher level or a lower level, this Weaver guy does things, but so far in this season, he hasn't done anything. I like most of the rest of the lineup. The Pit Lord in particular here is a pretty strong choice. It feels like it ruins a lot of what these guys have got going on. It feels like Tallballz is about to be first blood unless something really stupid happens. Nice body blocking by Weaver here. Just to make sure his team can get it. Gives it to Lena. What a good sport. On the other side of the coin, if this game goes on long enough, this is going to be like a this is going to be a disaster. The only thing I don't really like about the Dire team is that you've got like a bottom 5 win rate hero on the Snapfire, which very rarely bodes well in LD2L. But for the most part, it seems alright. It's going to be hard to actually get Sniper within the range of anything relevant on the Radiant. Pit Lord in particular has to play a very good game around him. It's very easy to play Pit Lord into Sniper and not do anything. You gotta position aggressively, you gotta drop aggressively. Sniper seems like he's going to be a little hard to answer. You've got a lot of combos off of the Treant Protector ult. And you've got both good engage and good disengage on the Dire. The only thing that really stops that, like, reliably, for the most part, is this little lion here. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Favors the Dire not heavily. A little bit wrong with both drafts, but nothing terrible. It's time for the roll call now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you really ready?
I'm super ready.
For Shadow Shaman Swedish Shwarma, pause 1, you've got Reedy, captain of the team on the Weaver. Pause 2, you've got J-Bay8 on the Lena. Nah, that's a creep though. Pause 3, you've got Big Boy LaCroix on the Pit Lord. Pause 4, you've got Reflexy on the Lion. And pause 5, you've got Mitchie D, full-time stand-in now. So technically a stand-in, I guess, because Reedy just won't tell Greg to update the site, even though they get him every week. On the Lich. On the other side of the coin, on the Beefs, pause 1, you've got Archituthis on the Slark. Slarkituthis. Pause 2, you've got G-Raff on the Sniper. Pause 3, you've got Blue Jay on the Sand King. Pause 4, Dark Ace on the Snapfire. And pause 5, we got Tallballz on the Treant Protector. This is going to be a very annoying Slark game. It's going to be a tough Slark game, but I don't think it's going to be an unplayable Slark game necessarily. Slark and Weaver, I feel like, are almost two sides of the same coin in a lot of ways. They do feel like they have a lot of the same strengths and weaknesses. A little awkward engagement down here. You know, it's going to be... A lot of people think that Slark is really good into Pit Lord because you beat up Pit Lord a lot and you get a bunch of agi stacks, and that's great and everything. But he has 2 skills like out there your ult and a passive that makes you do a hell of a lot less damage. So even if you do get to get up in his face and start beating him up, he does get to drop crap on your head, and he is not the only one with that unique distinction, to be frank. Wow, kill with a direct impact. Oh my god, that was a great fairy fire, but
Nice.
Weaver didn't see it at the right time there. But A lot of crap goes through the Slark. The Lena goes through the Slark. Technically, the Weaver goes through the Slark, but a very small part of the Weaver. Lion, everything. Goes through the Slark pretty well. The only downside is that Slark can play almost like a de facto pause 3 in this game, basically. Let Blue Jay do the damage and let Sniper be the carry, and Slark can just be a slippery, semi-tanky frontliner guy. He's pretty hard to kill and can get everybody's attention on him pretty easily. Even if he's not really the best at that job, he can at least live for a couple of seconds. That may be where he finds himself this game unless things go awesome for him. But that's better than what Weaver's looking at this game, which is like getting squished, basically. As long as these guys are getting through his invis, like at all. He probably didn't want to get sent out of the sandstorm there. This is a super awkward time for it. He gets blood grenaded. He is dead. Barely not able to regen off the damage.
Actually,
Weaver?
I said before this game that the GPD thing I've been doing would be extra useless. It's actually extra useless in a different way than I expected because it's taking 735C into account and being like, oh, Lion got nerfed, so he's bad.
Yeah, it's true.
That's pretty hilarious, actually.
Maybe you should redo the prompt, except say that it was in this particular patch.
734.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it calls dire because it's better late game. If they can survive the early game pressure.
Yeah, I
early
would
to
agree with
mid-game
that.
pressure.
I would generally agree with that, though I will also say outside of the Lena getting, like, going nuclear here, it is a little bit of a question exactly how Radiant gets the job done early. I mean, Weaver is, I think, better early game than people who just saw that epic
He
dodge.
said that as JV is almost killing Sniper under his tier 2 tower.
That's true.
Good time.
J-Bay going nuclear is basically the only way I could really see them winning relatively early. That's it. And, like, I mean, one of the big problems this is going to be is a pretty poor pushing team. This is a terrible uphill team, and they got this guy on this uphill team, you know, on the defensive side. You pretty much got Lena throwing shade at the towers, and that's like it. None of the other guys are very useful unless you can magically make Sniper come to you. And Pitlord can, like, do crazy things uphill if he wants his whole team to die, anyway, because he's the only guy on this team who even looks tanky. Everybody else I would describe pretty freely as squishy. Weaver dies in 2 seconds unless he ults. Lena is squishy even if she's doing good. The supports are squishy supports, right? So, you can't get too offensive. So it really is just going to be Lena can, like, 1v5. And that's a pretty tough condition. Dark Ace making some stacks up here, hopefully for one of his friends to take and not for one of his foes. So far, generally speaking, the Radiant is up last hits wise. The only comparison that's in Dire's favor is that Sanking has a few last hits over the Pit Lord. That's it. And not too many, and he's down 10 denies. So. This is what I was talking about. There's another game where somebody didn't go Pit Lord Gaming, and it really frustrated me. And this is a great example of what I'm talking about here. 2 points of his passive. This man has 13 denies. It is such a pain in the ass for Slark to trade, especially on the range creeps with the smaller HP pools. It's such a pain in the ass to deal with that as the pause 1. He will lose so many creeps unless you've got a good, reliable way around it, and spoilers, Slark really doesn't. So to that end, he's lowest on the net worth, or lowest last hits. Looking at 14, 15 denies in this lane. It is pretty annoying.
He's not like the best flash farmer in the game either. He's okay at it, but
Look,
B plus flash farmer.
Dire has gotten themselves a new mid. Tallballz, why are you even here? What the hell? What are you even doing?
He's washing his dishes right now. Oh, he's back.
That was so strange. He came to mid to stand by the T1 outside of XP range.
I thought
really weird.
Yeah, I thought he was soaking EXP, but I guess I don't know. Can't soak EXP from there, my friend.
Very odd. Tallballz tilting or what? Like, he's letting his Slark, who's already in an unfavorable position, 1v2 a pretty bad Slark lane. I gotta say, I don't know if I'm down with this strategy. You know, if you want good evidence to that, Slark is at almost no HP, has no regen outside of your tangos, and is not even close to level 6 yet. He's halfway through level 5. And you know that one level, right? It is the longest level in Dota. It feels like you're level 5 your whole life. And he also died off camera while we were watching this little scuffle. Let's get another look at that.
Or a spike.
Yep, just a couple of slaps. And these guys are going to try and run in on this Pit Lord here, but this Pit Lord has level 3 passive. They're not going to beat him by right-clicking him, and that guy is out of mana on the Snapfire. Lion really kind of let that ward go, I guess. Didn't really care so much for it after all. Didn't even want to deny it. That's it saying basically the same here. JB about 15 up over Sniper. Though Sniper is starting to get on him with the denies. Big Boy LaCroix has perhaps over... Nope, they really just can't kill this guy. JB gonna cut the tree down, gonna deal with this support line here. Big Boy maybe shouldn't keep going. No, he's gonna be alright. She's using the still extant, you know, people kind of treat this hero like he's totally dead, but this Pit Lord still definitely has this power to do this.
It's going insane.
Wow.
Holy, what a support hero this is.
Oh no, Big Boy, he's finally gotten down. Though it's hard to say that it wasn't worth it. 3 people have died in the attempt to kill him for 1,000 gold on his team, and he only spilled about 600 himself, mostly to supports, mostly to tree, so. A good kill on the Pit Lord. I mean, you needed that kill on him, but boy howdy, it probably didn't feel good losing Slark so casually for that. Especially when he's already got half of the last hits of the next lowest core. Let's look at this net worth chart. Mamma mia, that doesn't look good. He's cool 100 gold above the Lion. So, they're smoking for him. They're probably looking specifically for him, though Dark Ace randomly walking into this lane is going to kind of ruin that. Can't really catch him at all. He has boots. Lion has boots too, but he's naturally slower. You guys are kind of staying long here.
Converging with this Sniper?
Yeah,
sure Sniper hasn't damage for this yet.
No,
maybe
he's fine.
He does. Alright, there's a Lion.
He doesn't have the damage for the Pit Lord, but
bam! Got him.
Probably not the Lich Ult they were imagining in their head when they sent that out.
It just bounced badly.
1,063 gold passes into the Dyer's coffers, half of that going into Sniper. Who's going to at least make JB not take this tower down now. Somehow this, even though Sniper's been out of this lane and has been getting a little bodied within it, this tower's looking pretty fine. So not much right-clicking buildings action going on so far on the part of JB, though. I assume that's probably got a bit to do with his right-clicking of creeps. So the gap between them is starting to actually close a little bit here. Which is a little concerning. I think you don't want Sniper to have like a game this game if you're on the Radiant. Like it sucks so much if Sniper has a game this game for you, you know. It's gonna make going uphill impossible. It's gonna make your late game feel terrifying. He's gonna outcarry your Weaver. That's pretty much just the long and short of it. He is going to outcarry Weaver. Unless you do something crazy to him. So you really want to get rid of this guy as soon as humanly possible, I think, really. Slark just kind of right-clicking creeps up here. The bad news for Slark is it's a little hard to see him have much impact on this game beyond the role of distraction that I was talking about earlier. The good news is you don't need all that much money to do that, so there's that at least.
I think Slurk's role in this game is the backline, because I guess
I don't think you can. I think if you...
Sniper and tanking are your, like, front line as much as the front line Sniper can be, because you can just, like, click people. I can, like, click the important people while Slurk hit supports.
I don't know if you can really get away with that. I think if you try to do that, Lena's just going to tear you to pieces. I think you just need Slark in front taking hits for the sniper and wasting time until Sanking can get a ball or ult in, which is a pretty backwards place for a pause one to be, but I mean, look at this lineup for Slark this game and tell me how you do anything besides pounce on, say, Lion and then just get one shot by Lena, you know?
I would wait for my BKB and then try to backline.
There we go.
That's what I would do. And trust that my sniper would kill everybody else.
Mask of Madness out on Sniper, so he's at least going to be very angry at everybody else. He's even got a clarity.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, what is the Radiant doing right now? They're all just kind of like watching all the Dire cores just like farm here. It's a little awkward. 3 guys are standing around in bot lane and nobody's acting like anything can be done here. In fact, on either team, this is so awkward. There's a wisdom rune to the back line for 14 minutes, and nobody even cares. Big boy, teleport to get it! Nope, he ain't thinking about that. Or he's thinking about maybe having to pair drop in on a fight at bot, but that is looking increasingly unlikely as the Dire is leaving. Hey Randy, pop quiz. Who does slowing down the pace of the game benefit?
Sniper.
Well, I was going to say Dire. Dark Ace? Okay, good. I really thought he was just gonna...
Figure it out. He's gonna buy a...
He's gonna buy Deso.
Sniper great build.
Yeah, he's gonna buy Deso. He's gonna get the little Shredder Molto.
Oh, right, talents. Yeah.
But yeah, Dire in general, I would say, the more time you give to this game, the more Dire prospers. And like, yeah, if you sit around and farm long enough, there's going to be a really scary power spike for Lena, but she better be able to win off of that spike. Okay, Sniper, pretty bad way. Getting the TPs out for him.
Raw dog blade, huh? Interesting. Just kind of mentally boomed Giraffe, I guess, with that play.
Remind him of where his place in this world is, I guess. Meanwhile, these two are just having the time of their life, just hitting creeps, and even Sniper really wasn't interrupted from hitting creeps that long there. Just having the time of their life, right-click. No arc. No arc. Listen, this is not a fight you do anything in right now. You don't even... Like, you literally almost don't even do damage to this guy, Arc. I don't care how many agi stacks you get, and now look what's happening to you. You're in ult, you've still lost over half of your HP, and now you have to get Sanking to TP in, and do nothing. Don't take this fight. They're gonna smoking Verge on this. Sanking is gonna raw dog the Lich. Here comes the Snapfire ult. Big Boiler Croy is like, I'm out of this nonsense. Quick, somebody follow him, that'll be funny.
Let's see. He's waiting, dude.
Big Sun supports aren't going to do terribly much to tilt the momentum in this game, but, I mean, again, they're the later game team, so if the Radiant is losing their support line and getting literally nothing for it, it's a little rough. King has his Blink Dagger by now. Now he's bugged. They got a listening device on Sand King. Wasn't there long though. They got a pausing device on Slark.
Wait. Stuttering, he says.
Oh.
Well, I heard there's some good vocal coaches for that.
I appear to have hit 60 seconds when in reality I needed to hit 10. Tree Protector just pops out in the middle of nowhere because of that. I'm really looking at this Slark under this tower here, but there's vision up here that ruins everything. Immediately
Yeah,
gets called.
getting out of here.
Slark did not Slark, Weaver did not really make much of a pretense that there wasn't vision there. Didn't make his exit look too random, so.
It's that or die, so.
Okay, bye-bye, Slark.
Speaking of dying.
Slark, in kind of the wrong place at the wrong time, to be full honest with you. Smoke coming out on the part of the Radiant. Looking at the Sand King here. That LSA hit him. Okay. Tree ult just to get the disengage. What I was talking about. Alright. Sort of what I was talking about earlier there.
It's because Sand King like remains on his spot for a second when bro striking.
Yeah.
It's a weird way that works.
2 kills there, it's not going to show a full fight recap for it, so just all that money that was just combined. Anybody who sees that, add that up, don't pause. If you add that up mentally without pausing the video, then I'll send you nothing.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under
Dire, moving in here, looking at this Weaver. Okay. Sure, why not?
I'm not sure this is doable, even if he didn't do that.
It is funny, though. Oh, look at this big stack. The sniper is going to do really slowly because he doesn't have any AoE damage. Sand King is going to do considerably more quickly. Okay, Slark just randomly killed Lime while this is happening. Money changes hands. Interesting that at no point really here did Radiant, when they were up, when they had the momentum, when they secured this area, they didn't check triangle, which is a little odd. I feel like if you're going up against a team whose supports know what they're doing, and you've got a guy like this Sand King who can do stacks easily, check the triangle, fellas. Promise you might not regret it. I mean, can you imagine how much harder this game looks if Lena just took that big goddamn stack? Oh, with no Maelstrom at the moment, she will have a problem actually doing that. Just going all in on magic damage. Shiva's guard out from Pit Lord, and at a time you will probably not see Shiva's guards out anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
After the patch.
Yeah, it's got it more expensive. It's very unfortunate.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Use... Okay, well this is kind of bad.
Oh.
No, it's fine, he had Lotus. He is still gonna lose like half his HP, but... Okay, nope, never mind. Wasted dust there, as Sand King blinks out of the fray before anything gets bad. Awkward little stalemate there. Slark is pretty badly beaten in that. Weaver just finished a Gleipnir, by the way. Slark is pretty badly beaten up in that whole exchange, but nothing is really lost except a little bit of time. And of course, if you waste time, it favors the Dire. Can you imagine what a baller move it would be to just Pit Lord Express like here? Just out of nowhere. Just get everyone to jump in. Would be crazy. Think of the madness. Yeah, do that, get epicentered.
Epicenter Snapfire roll in the Sand King stun, and you all die.
That's true. But it would be crazy.
And then Big Boy gets reported by the Siege.
Can't report a man who's crazy. You can't report a man for being crazy.
Sure you can.
If that was true, Gnarls Barkley would be in low prio by now.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Dark Ace just died of the Gleipnir. Sniper with a very well-timed Hurricane Pike here is going to die, but so is Lena.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Slark is just gonna have to, Slark, just get the hell out. Oh no, I don't think he realized it fast enough and now he dies. 1 for 5!
Yeah.
So getting the Lina was a really good big kill, but losing everybody for the process probably did not make it feel altogether too worth it.
I can't understand what happened there. Like, I would be a bit confused too, because that fight was so like fractured, and by the time like 25 seconds into the fight, my whole team is dead. I don't quite understand what happened from Slark's perspective.
Yeah, I can get that. If you want to know what really happened, they just got torn apart piecemeal, and JB just kind of balled on everybody before he died. Did that much damage before he went down. The Weaver is also pretty much at his peak of scariness right now, really, with this Gleipnir fresh off the courier. Going for the BKB here, not a bad option at the moment. You know you're on top for damage, so go for something that lets you not die. At least makes it not threatening. Weaver's got his no longer DD. Everybody's kind of walking around him. They want to go again. I think they are conscious, perhaps, about their team's long-term prospects, as Treant is just being a ward right now. This is so awkward. This is so awkward. Nobody wants to go right now. Nobody wants to do a thing.
Are we waiting for a timing on Lina? What's Lina up to? Got X?
Nope, not even like
Okay,
looking at this.
BKB.
Not waiting on anything on anybody, really, looks like.
Interested in BKB on Lina before they start fighting. Like, once that item comes out, they'll probably be a little bit more psycho.
Perhaps. Sniper really should not be thinking about this Weaver. He should just be thinking about creeps right now. Like, until a fight actually starts. Okay, what the hell is this? Not Glitch Ult. Weaver is the one to deliver the dust here. Unfortunately, with Sand King being very, very safe, only really serves to waste a small amount of... Oh no, Giraffe. Okay, oh yes, Treant and Snapfire here. That looked horrific, but good series of ults. They lose Blue Jay for it, but honestly, at this point, that's still fine. Slark's
nice
coming
LSA.
in, backline.
That LSA was insane.
Slark's
Help your Lina,
coming
though.
in. Gets rid of the Lina. They're trying to help the Lina, but they're out of buttons to press, and Weaver cannot afford to engage on this, so he has to just watch the Pit Lord die.
I feel like more people should be in front of the Lina. Like, Lina's too far in there.
Well, the problem is that
Without
people
any
were
support.
in front of the Lina. It's just people with all their buttons exhausted who didn't have anything more to do in the fight. Pit Lord was just standing right next to her with all this stuff on cooldown being ignored, you know?
I guess pull out then. I don't know.
There you go.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, you got a good chase team with the Slark with the Snapfire Sand King, who was dead,
And
unfortunately.
Slark does play that well, so he literally just beelines the Lina.
Yep, she just breaks her kneecaps. And the upside there, it's to what I was saying earlier. It's like, even if Slark himself isn't able to actually do that much to the Lina, just the problem of Slark being there, just being on his face. Oh, Tormentor gets a free shard to Weaver. That would have been amazing a few years ago. But Reedy just lost her top T1 set to creeps. Even if Slark himself had not gotten the job done, just the sheer amount of attention he was forcing there just meant Sniper got to walk up to that fight and just start planking heads, and nothing could be done about it. So yes, very well done on the part of Ark. Also very good ults from the tree and the Snapfire in that fight as well. I like Snapfire's one shot on that camp. Just to show Sniper that he could steal it if he wanted to. Ag's up on the Sand King, so now he's got He's got the funny sandstorm, which is going to be pretty rough for some of these guys. Like, you really don't want to get chain stunned because you have bad luck as Weaver, you know. Oh, Slark just dies in the middle of a lane. Just gets 5 guys dropped on his head. Claims to have not spawned. Kind of an issue I was talking about earlier. A very common factor for Slark in this game, I'm afraid, is going to have to play a little bit more conservatively than perhaps he would usually like to on Slark.
Is under attack.
Yeah, at least when your team's not around anyway. We were looking around the back lines, trying to find anybody he can, really. Lion just wanted to jump scare Lena there, I guess. A pretty big Treant ult here. Yep, comes out at the perfect time, no less. Snapfire artillery mostly falling on the heads of the Lena and the Lich, though with the pipe of insight from Pitlord going out there, it does mean everybody actually survives. Big Boy LaCroix, the first on his team to die, as Lena is just picking this lineup apart.
Yeah,
Sniper is going
to
to stand and fight here. And actually almost wins. Slark has respawned by this point, but has no detection. Oh no, not like this. Oh, brother.
Okay. Lena problems.
Oh no. Oh my god, he got the Weaver. That's pretty sad.
Kill him?
He did go down himself,
Okay.
but... Quite an interesting team fight. I imagine when it's all said and done, at 1755 that the rating just got is going to turn into a lot more money if it would just update. If it would just... There we go. So 1755 plus 1514. So that's a lot of money, all things considered. It's a lot of money, Randy. Just over 3,000 gold. About 3,200.
It's just over half a Shiva's guard now.
That's true. Sadly, not literally now, because right now Shiva's Guard still has the old price. This poor lonely wisdom rune.
That's true. Now as I speak, rather than as the game is happening.
It's true. Somebody just drew like a smile in the triangle. It was Mitchie D. Drew a smile in that little triangle. All right.
It's PMA spreading happiness.
There is one bit of good news coming out of that fight, especially considering this is the longer team. You know, that fight was like a really close contest in consideration of the fact that Slark had died in like a frame, basically. For all intents and purposes, that was a 4v5. The Dire did get rocked, but they sure took a hell of a lot of people with them before they went down, right? Especially the sniper just standing and shooting down the Weaver at the end was very, very awkward, to say the least. Not very happy. Not a very happy moment. Now they're going to take a free Tormentor, and Blue Jay is going to get himself a shard. So Blue Jay beats the Tormentor, his reward is IBS. What are you going to do? Ag's out now on the Slark. Maybe he can now be he can be somewhat more psychopathic. Certainly not going to be waiting. Going to be going all in on Big Boy LaCroix here. Sand King ult followed up with the Treant Protector ult. J-Bay putting his BKB to work here. That was his 9 seconds.
He's leashed
Slark
9
is
miles away.
Yeah,
Right.
Slark is tracking him down here. Sniper does die, but so did the Pit Lord and the Lena. And again, on paper, that's a pretty bad trade. In fact, Sniper even just dropped a position there on the board. But on the other hand, this is a late game team, and they walked away with more money from that fight. 1,826 gold goes to the Slark, the Sand King, and sadly, towards the Treant Protector here as well. No diss to Tallballz, of course, but I'm sure he would have been much happier if that had gone to, say, Sniper instead. Slark actually going to come to the back here, try to get this whole thing cleaned up. It's his Q a little early there, perhaps expecting Lion to fight instead of run away for some reason. Treant Protector is going to come and pack up his Slark with his physical presence, though the utility of that at the moment is pretty questionable. Another big downside of this whole affair as well is that with Felina gone, there is not really much ability to do anything with the map, even though you've knocked out the sniper, right? You can't really push without her, as there's not really an option. And you're not even that great at hitting side lanes outside of just the Weaver, right? Who's doing something a little bit more important at the moment, just taking out a big old stack from himself here. Who's going to stick him at the top of the net worth charts. Which is probably where he wants to be right now. You know, if you're going to do something as Weaver in this game, that's where you need to be. Can't really afford to lose that. They're going to do Roche here. Weaver's going to take a Hurricane Pike for himself. Just the 3 cores going at it.
Still slow. Big boy. TP in.
Sadly, I don't think they have any idea this is happening. Right after this drops, but first Aegis in the game going down, Sniper is going to take it, which isn't surprising considering what just happened in that last fight. And these guys are going to twin gate immediately. These guys are eager to go here. Lion is eager to walk right into their face and die immediately.
Unfortunate.
I really thought Tree ulted for a second. Very gutsy move there from the Lion. By gutsy, I mean, unfortunately, perhaps slightly ill-informed. Weaver is going to push out this wave just a little bit more, get some hits on this T3, make people TP. Just to be annoying. Before he gets out of town. Actually, Weaver is going to take this time to try and mess with every wave. It's just going through all 3 lanes, trying to break the creep waves under their T3s. This is a little interesting. They're not gonna find the Weaver before he TP's out. So he just wasted a lot of their time for literally, you know, no loss, except for time. Fortunately, this guy's hitting creeps again, and you know what that means. Heaven's Albert up on the Pit Lord, which is an interesting purchase here. Without a BKB either up or being considered on the Sniper, that could definitely have some pretty nasty ramifications. Oh, look at that. Look at that wump. Sorry, Blue Jay, we just saw you, we just saw your condition right in front of our eyes. They're bringing TPs in for this. Bringing Lich. Lich behind the lines right now. It's going to shield the tower, make it slightly more annoying for the Sniper, but unfortunately it is Sniper. Which is also kind of a downside of this lineup, you know, when you're talking about the tower push dichotomy, because as much as they can't push, they also really don't have a great answer to that. Everybody TP's on the Weaver up here. They're going to drop the tree ult just right on top of his head, and he's going to BKB and, oh, barely TP. But he does do it. So that's a massive success for the Weaver. Literally pulls 5 TPs for nothing dropped except his 8-second BKB. He pulls all those TPs and he pulls the Treon ult. Which is, to say the least, a bit of an annoyance for the Dire. He's going to waste even more of this Aegis time. They're going to start getting desperate to actually use this thing soon, unless they're patient, which you rarely see in LD2L, I think. You would most ideally not want this to be a farming Aegis, but it is to your benefit, not to your loss, if it is. I mean, it's to greater benefit if you can get a lot of crazy use out of it. But you're the late game team, so all you do with this is just not die for 5 minutes, that's fine. 2k on the Sniper, by the way, so he can get a new item pretty soon. Whatever description he wants. Dire or scanning. Or he can finish up his crystals, so he can get a Conda and be funny. I had to check Discord, but Randy is in fact muted right now.
I'm here.
Tormentor takes a spill there. Big Boy LaCroix gets his Firestorm upgraded, which isn't a bad thing to have at all. Just a nice source of some excess magic damage, and another thing to make Slark's life pretty painful. Slark, who is now going to get pinged, actually, by Weaver.
Get him. Get that guy.
And Reflexy is now going to ping himself. 4-man smoke here.
Radiant
Looking for somebody in the jungle. Gonna walk into Dark Ace and get it blown. Dark Ace will of course tank that gank. That was
Tank
the
it. Yeah.
that was the tankedest gank ever. Holy crap! Did you see that?
It's good. It's better than your sniper.
Slark walks up to this T3, sees the Weaver alone TPing, and immediately backs off, which is not a great sign right now of where your Slark's mentality is. Just sees that guy and is like, nope, that man alone. Oh, but then he's going to run into literally the entire enemy team.
Okay.
Okay,
Speaking of,
pretty godly
okay,
Sand King ult, but unfortunately for him, this Pipe of Insight just took out
Lurk is
all
not
that damage.
dying, by the way.
Yep, just uses BKB and his ult to get through all that magic damage. They didn't have any physical damage there, so he just got to live. Got a kill on Lich, though it's kind of arguable as to whether or not that meant anything. Aegis has expired by now, and the sniper is going for Satanic next. Maybe it's because he's sponsored by Rye Whiskey, and that's the drink of the devil. Did you know that?
I did.
He actually brews it down in eastern Kentucky. It's pretty crazy. Poor Big Boy LaCroix. He's gonna get annoyed. Big Boy annoyed.
Yeah.
Clark, go in here on the line on the
I
back.
get a little more than annoyed.
Weaver's at the T3s again.
is under attack.
Literally every time something isn't happening, Weaver's just at the T3s.
Radiant's middle
Oh, he tried to TP out again, but got blocked. His BKB is actually over. They don't have any detection!
If you wanted to. Okay.
Oh
it's blocked.
no!
What? Blue Jay thought he wasn't blocked. The block worked out. Wow, okay. Getting creep blocked saved his life.
Nice. And meanwhile, Sniper and Snapfire, who are the two who do not elect to go with this, die. So again, another massive success. A very risky one on Weaver's part. Okay, Jesus Christ,
my
Ark. Okay.
God, no.
Oh my God. How many times must he do the same dance before he learns he cannot just walk in front of everybody?
Goodbye, sir.
Oh, get down,
Jay?
Mr. President. It's actually
Blue Jay's
gonna
Best Secret Service agent
Yep.
right there.
get Lena to BKB through that. Treon Protector's gonna
Switch
die.
Slit Schultz are so unlucky. It's ridiculous.
Blue Jay actually almost dies here. Slark is desperate to get this Weaver this time, but he can't find him!
No, it's not. There's no vision.
Bro!
Oh God, I'm crying right now.
Nobody is buying
Tears.
any detection this week, bro. Invisibility is invincibility. What can I tell you? How many times must
Tear
this
had
happen?
shed from my eye.
How many times must this happen before we determine? Okay, either Slark needs to have detection, or there needs to be vision everywhere. Oh my God. So overall, all that really happens for that is they just lose Treon and $700. They also lose time. Sniper has decided, screw Satanics, actually. He's decided that he is a good son of Christ and is going for the Daedalus instead. Which is, of course, God's chosen way to get critical hits.
Goodbye, Bloodthorn.
Goodbye, Dark Ace.
Don't think about that. I didn't see that.
Very awkward timing on that as well, though luckily for them, Roche is going to take his sweet-ass time coming back up. It would have been really sad if Dark Ace died, and then they immediately had to go contest Roche. Weaver takes the DD. Weaver is looking pretty close to done with his items. He's basically six-slotted at this point. All intents and
Yeah,
purposes, he's picking up a Satanic to get rid of his boots, and he needs Ag's Blessing, that's it.
Was
hello. Interesting. Lina is going to die just before Weaver TPs into this fight. Weaver has the DDs. He's just going to sit right on Sniper's face here. Just completely eliminate him. Where is my Slark? The world wonders. He is over here, is the answer.
So we're not liking the look of this fight. I see.
Yeah. Oh my god, Reedy. Reedy's so low. Oh my god, he's so low.
Slark.
He lived! Slark died!
At the very last moment.
Then he got artilleried.
Good job, Dark Ace. You ruined his cool play. It's the best joy for a Dota player.
True. Well, that was the awkward opposite situation where they killed Alina immediately with literally no effort at all, and then they subsequently lost the team fight by a country mile because Weaver just got to kill everybody he wanted and nobody stopped him. Everybody did exactly, I think, unfortunately in that fight, I think it just comes down to everybody did exactly what Big Boy LaCroix wanted them to do. Everybody ignored the Weaver and just started firing shots at the big scary pit lord guy. And as a result, he just got to sit there, tank. Look how much damage this team did, and then think about how, like, 50% of the damage that this output was basically just on this guy, right? He just did exactly what they wanted him to do. Which is a bit unfortunate. Also, not the first time this has really happened in this. They really need to stop beating that particular pinata on the Dire if they
He's
don't
scary,
want to.
you know?
Yeah. If they don't want to
How do you
continue to
play
lose fights.
How do you play hack and slash games, you know? Do you attack the big, scary shield enemy first, or you attack everything else and then attack the big, scary shield enemy? Which one?
Great question. The answer is, of course, this isn't a hack and slash.
Oh, of course not, but if it
Treant
was,
picks up his
which one would
annoying
you go
axe.
first?
It depends on which one it is. Like, you know, no more heroes. Those stupid-ass shield enemies are stupidly annoying to try and, like, kill quickly, so you just kind of run around them and kill everything else. In, the beat-em-ups, and, like, your Streets of Rage, for example, oh no, bad tidings. What? They just don't care?
Really?
Oh no, bro. Oh, this is cringe. Good ult from the...
Oh,
He's leaving.
God.
See you later.
What is happening right now?
This is such a massive execution disaster. They just can't get anybody. For God's sake, they just can't get anybody. What a skill issue on the part of the Dire.
I don't know what it is to watch.
Well,
It's very weird. Like,
Blue
5
Jay-
different people playing 5 different games, I guess.
yeah, Blue Jay just started that fight out wrong. Started his night the wrong way, baby. Sniper buying back.
I'm guessing he assumed people were using Twin Gate, but nobody was. So
Yeah.
just kind of like what?
Yeah, everybody was on the Twin Gate, but Glyph? Glyph? Hello? Oh my god, what's
Love
wrong
it.
with this team today? At least they got the free Glyph and now get to Glyph their racks 2 times in a row.
Nice.
This whole sniper doesn't shoot anybody. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Awesome buyback for
Fire.
Sniper.
Call it, guys.
Awesome death for Blue Jay. Awesome buyback for Blue Jay.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
At this point, what do you really lose by just casually Snapfire ulting that way, right? Like, might as well.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is this truly it? Is this truly how it ends? At this point, for God's sake, do something. Treon, the 3 and under club, very brave here. Going to drop everything they can on this, but too little, too late at this point. Oh my God, Slark's in the back line, but look at him die. Yikes.
Yeah.
G-Raf calls
That's
the
another-
GG, and that's how it ends.
Another crazy KDA for J-Bay. That rhymes.
GG. TY for game. Yeah, that was, oh my God, that was a sign of, if there is an Achilles heel for this Tallballz team, that was certainly a very big, good reveal for it. Those fight executions, I mean, you want to talk about panic? That was panic, baby. There was so much panicking going on this team's, in these teams' team fights. You saw it yourself, I saw it myself. Looking at, you know, Sand King stunning on 0, looking at Slark flying all over the place, not getting anybody, looking at the cores just get mulched in sequence. Looking at Pit Lord spending fights, being the only guy anybody's shooting while Weaver just gets to, like, annihilate everybody. I guess that's how Weaver has a game. If you don't look him at all, he has a hell of a game. Some good plays on the part of the Reedy lineup, particularly on the man himself, or really just the core trio in general. Some of the Lich Holtz, unfortunately, didn't go to plan, but unfortunately, this is another one of these games where I feel like it was kind of almost Wagyu Beast's game to lose, and they did. Let's see what happens next time.